I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Monday, April 20th. Today, less pain at the pump.
Governments are going to have to be seen to do a lot more than just, trim around the edges with temporary measures.
What Ottawa's temporary suspension of the federal gas tax means for Manitoba drivers. Also today,
flooding will be extensive.
A state of emergency in Peguis First Nation. How close that community is to a full-scale evacuation. Plus, trial run. Why the city wants to divert vapes away from Brady Road landfill. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Some much needed relief at the gas pump today as Ottawa's temporary suspension of the federal gas tax kicked in. Standing by live with more on the impact it's having is CTV's John Hendricks. So, John, how much are prices going down today?
About 10 cents, Marilee. In Winnipeg, the average price is now sitting at around $1.60 a liter, according to GasBuddy.com. Now, that is a bit of a break from the $1.70s that drivers were paying last week. Today, our cameras even saw some places in the $1.50s range. But the reality is, filling up a four-door sedan is still going to cost you around $88. Now, the federal gas tax holiday is bringing prices down around 10 cents a liter on regular gas and 4 cents a liter on diesel. But it's not a permanent fix. It only lasts until September 7th. And with the current war in the Middle East not showing any signs of slowing down, groups such as the Canadian Taxpayers Federation are calling on Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew to bring back the gas tax cut and make it permanent. It says doing so would enable Manitobans to utilize the savings to pay bills and support the local economy. It's an idea the Premier himself brought up just weeks ago. And with the summer months usually leading to higher prices in general, experts say it's likely prices will spike again.
Because we're really only at the mid part of what could be, a pretty significant energy spike, governments are going to have to be seen to do a lot more than just, trim around the edges with temporary measures. Important that they take that position. It may not have been the right one, and I think the provincial government is going to have to contemplate doing the same thing as well. I know that Manitoba has come through a year of no provincial sales tax. It may very well be that they're going to have to contemplate that again.
Now, while the Liberal government has argued that the tax cut is a prudent way to tame prices, the cost of doing so is around $2.4 billion. And at the same time, it's a measure the Conservatives say isn't going far enough to meet the rising energy costs, with some calling for the pause to extend to the end of the year.
So, John, how do gas prices we're seeing here in Winnipeg compare to the national average?
Marilee, in a word, better. The national average is close to $1.70, so gas still more affordable here in the province at the moment. But as we saw over the last few weeks, anything can happen.
That is for sure. All right, thanks, John. Peguis First Nation and Fisher River Cree Nation both declared states of emergency Saturday, with Peguis's Chief Stan Bird saying the flood risk is now a certainty.
Flooding will be extensive. The severity of flooding is dependent on whether temperatures jump to the high teens during the week. And added to this, we must also consider the recent snowfall and the precipitation we have received or will receive in the coming days. The important thing is that we must be prepared.
Chief Bird says evacuations will be required. An evacuation plan is in the final stages of implementation and will be shared with the community. Following the Peguis declaration, Fisher River Cree Nation also declared a state of emergency Saturday night. A band council resolution was passed stating flooding conditions could lead to road closures and hydro outages. Both communities have been preparing for the flood risk since last week by sandbagging and installing tiger dams. The province previously said runoff is expected to start this week across much of central Manitoba. In a statement, Manitoba's Minister of Emergency Management, Lisa Naylor, said, in part, the province is working to support evacuation planning and ensure people can get to safety as quickly and smoothly as possible. CTV's Jeff Keel visited the First Nation today to see the conditions firsthand and speak with community members. Watch for his report coming up next hour at 6. Traffic is slow going around Portage Place tonight as the redevelopment enters a new phase. The deconstruction phase is now over, and crews are assembling a crane for the building phase. Because of that, westbound Portage Avenue is down to one lane between Carleton and Edmonton Street from now until Friday. That's expected to create some delays on Portage and the surrounding routes. People planning to drive downtown are asked to allow for some extra travel time and to consider finding an alternate route. The city of Winnipeg is launching a new trial to divert vaporizers from landfills and recycling facilities. The move comes after lithium-ion batteries from disposable vapes have been found to spark fires at Brady landfill. The reason is the batteries in vapes are not easily removable, so when they get thrown in the garbage and then come in contact with heavy machinery, it can cause a chemical reaction. Lately, vapes have been causing on average 1 fire per month. While there already is a program in place at 4 R depots to get rid of lithium batteries in everyday items, it isn't the case for vaporizers. This trial is to allow people to bring used vapes to a depot where they can be disposed of properly.
It's a serious issue throughout the industry. So we want to remind people that, like, we've been lucky in Winnipeg at their recycling plant. It's happening at the landfill. So we're trying to sort of get ahead of it. And we're always trying to improve programs.
If the vapes are brought in, crews already have processes in place to safely dismantle them. The metal inside can even be reused, as well as some of the chemicals inside the battery. All right, let's bring in Colleen Brady now and get a first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. A lot of sunshine to start the week, but we also had quite a bit of wind once again.
Well, and like we saw last week when we had that one warm day anyway, we had temperatures that soared well up into the upper teens, courtesy of some very strong south winds. Well, we had that happen again today, and like we've already happened, or have happened rather, over the past few weeks, at least in April, we've been on a temperature roller coaster. Well, guess what? We're on another one this week. We'll have some beautiful temperatures the front end of the week, the back end of the week, not so wonderful temperatures, and there's a reason why, which I'll show you or talk more about coming up a little later on. But let's take a look right now through the CTV Live Eyes, brought to you by Bath Fitter, exclusive home of the PermaFit solution. In Winnipeg right now, under that blue sky, it's sunny and 15 degrees, winds out of the northwest at 22 kilometers an hour. The pressure's rising and the humidity is 40%. Out on the roads on this Monday afternoon, busy on McPhillips in both directions there, but one traffic note, this just came in, La Jamodiere at Fermor. There's a stalled gravel truck. The southbound curb lane is blocked, so do watch out there.
It's a mainstay that you would put over top of your plant.
Getting the most out of your plants, how to keep them healthy as we spring into growing season. Taking a look at the markets tonight, crude oil added $4.83. The loonie rose to just over 73 cents U.S. Gold futures lost more than $50. The TSX saw little change. The Dow Jones closed fairly flat, while the Nasdaq slipped 64 points.
Welcome back to another Get Growing. This is Carla from St. Mary's Nursery and Garden Center, but you already knew that. We focus on our health at home, but what about the health of our plants? And you're going to give us some suggestions.
Well, there's a few tips that we can take because, our tropical plants are growing things. They breathe, they respire, and they need that energy. And sometimes the soil mixtures, if you have soil, after watering and everything else, you need to give it some organic properties. And we talked about worm castings before, if you want to put something like that, the smiley worms. But then there's also pelleted foods and fertilizers. So here, there's a granular fertilizer for tropicals. There's also that's on it. So if we were going to take some of these guys, it's a mainstay that you would put over top of your plant and allow them. So every time that you do need to fertilize, that it will give it a little bit of a slow release fertilizer at the time that when you're watering. Now, it's always beneficial to do a water-soluble fertilizer on your houseplants because regardless of what type of mix or ratio that you're putting onto it, they're in a peat-based soil, which means there's no organic matter that's in there unless we've added worm castings or something else to it. So this gives them the proper NPK is your ratios of what they need, whether it's nitrogen or phosphorus or potash. So that's a good mainstay for including in it. Now, we're watering it, we're fertilizing it, we're caring for it. Now, at certain points, are the plants getting really too big for themselves? If they are, instead of doing those little ugly, I'm going to call them the ugly green stakes that are in the gardening, there's moss pools.
Okay.
So we do have some plants that we don't want cascading downward. We want them climbing up. And what's fun and funky about the moss pools,
They're pretty.
and they're bendable.
Oh.
So if I wanted to train a plant to take curvature,
So
to go
cool.
through and stuff, or shape it into areas, I can bend them, and they come in different
Wow.
heights. So this is good for your monsteras or something that you need that added support that's
Yeah.
on it. Now, the one thing also too, it's been a long winter. Dusty leaves on our plants. So if you can get it into a shower, take it to a shower, or wipe the leaves off. These are kind of funky gloves. So if you have
Yeah.
a soft glove, even old winter gloves that are really kind of cleaned off and washed, you can wipe off. And we wiped off some of the leaves on some of the trees. See how nice and glossy that is?
No.
And if you're wanting to give it a little bit more beneficial, there's a really cool product called Weed the Wild, which is neem based, that's on it, and it really cleans up the leaves really, really good, and it helps with keeping the plant healthy.
Oh my goodness. I feel like you're an esthetician, you're a scientist. You've got it all. And you really have to come here and check out this place. It's truly phenomenal.
Get Growing, brought to you by St. Mary's Nursery and Garden Center. Get a lush yard and garden, thanks to expert advice from gardening professionals.
I want you to do everything in your power to get me cancer.
Fast.
Get ready to laugh. Who will be performing at the upcoming Winnipeg Comedy Festival?
Spotlight sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting the Michael Jackson History Show.
Colleen Brady is back now for Spotlight, and we begin today with a Hollywood actress who's co-created a comic book that's set right here in Winnipeg.
That's right. Kristen Kruk, best known for playing Lana Lang in Smallville, has dreamed up a 5-issue comic book series called Black Star. It tells the story of a group of magically inclined people who have been guarding Winnipeg for years with a historical edge. It takes place mainly in the 1800s in the midst of skirmishes between two fur trading companies, Hudson's Bay and the Northwest Company. It also includes a current-day plot line. Kruk posted some work-in-progress images on Instagram, including an illustration of the Manitoba Legislative Building, which she describes as a key building in the comic book's lore. As for why Winnipeg, she said the idea for the tale was dreamed up while shooting the TV series Burden of Proof right here. The first issue comes out on July 29th.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now to a whole week of laughter that is getting underway.
That's right, and it's all kicking off tonight in Winnipeg.
I want you to do everything in your power to get me cancer.
Fast.
Actor Jan Arden is just one of the hosts for the 25th edition of the Winnipeg Comedy Festival. I hear she sings too, by the way. Comedians include Sean Majumder, Brooklyn Heights of Canada's Drag Race, and comic Dave Merhedge and Chris Wilson. There are more than 85 comedians performing dozens of shows across 9 different venues. Several are already sold out, but you can find all the details and tickets by visiting winnipegcomedyfestival.com.
10 years after his death, David Bowie's career is being explored in a new multimedia show.
That's right, and it aims to give audiences a sense of what it felt like to experience the music legend live. Material from Bowie's archive, including rare concert footage, photos, and even handwritten lyrics, are projected onto 4 11-meter-high walls inside a massive underground space at London's Light Room, where audiences can take it all in. And I have to say, Marilee, I saw him at Winnipeg Arena. That was the last concert I saw before the arena closed. What a phenomenal entertainer, obviously.
I bet, yeah. Lucky you.
Yeah.
All right, now to the Super Mario Galaxy movie that leveled up once again at the weekend box office.
Did it ever. The video game adaptation led the way in ticket sales for a 3rd straight weekend, adding another $35 million US across North America.
There's a huge universe out there.
Staying in outer space, Project Hail Mary, starring Ryan Gosling, is staying in orbit in 2nd place with another $20.5 million. Lee Cronin's The Mummy spooked its way into 3rd with $13.5 million in its debut.
Eddie Murphy was presented with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the American Film Institute.
And it was a star-studded affair at the Dolby Theater. Spike Lee, Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Mike Myers, and Jennifer Hudson all showed up in support. Murphy received a standing ovation as he accepted the award. The 64-year-old started as a stand-up comedy sensation as a teen, which landed him on Saturday Night Live for 4 years. He quickly became a box office superstar with movies like Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America, The Nutty Professor, and of course, the Shrek franchise.
He is good, well-deserved.
Legendary.
All right, thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Your Monday primetime lineup starts with The Big Bang Theory and Hockey Fanatics at 7. The Quiz with Balls comes next at 8, and Catch the Rookie at 9. It's all right here tonight on CTV.
CTV Primetime Lineup, brought to you by the Parkway Retirement Community. Welcome home.
A live look at the St. James Bridge. Sunny there, 15 degrees. I'll show you how much longer these nice temperatures will last because, yes, they are going to be changing in a few days. More on that to come.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
A certain luxury watch has been getting some new attention after the Artemis II mission. All of the astronauts wore the Omega Speedmaster X33. That watch was once available to the public back in the late 90s, but it's now made exclusively for NASA astronauts. Its features include both analog and digital displays with mission elapsed time, chronograph, and multiple loud alarms which can be heard in a spacecraft. Omega has been officially certified for all crewed space missions since 1965. Now, according to the Omega website, the civilian versions of the Speedmaster range in price from $13,000 up to $72,000 Canadian.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Don't leave that watch behind in space.
Well, I'll tell you what, not that I think any of the four of them would, but could you imagine if any of them chose to auction off their watches, how much that would go for around the moon?
Yeah, pretty exclusive.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were wearing watches on both wrists, I think. If you looked at some of those
Get
images.
as many as you can.
That's right. Hey, load them up. Load them up. Nice watches. Nice weather today, too, Marilee, albeit a little windy out there for sure. But those winds were coming from the south, ushering up another mild air mass and setting temperatures up into the mid, even upper teens across the south. So you can see it's quite clear. Winds have shifted now. You can see more coming out of the northwest, and that was the expectation. The wind's still a little strong, but they will ease up as we get into mid-evening. Now, there was a low-pressure trough that crossed Manitoba today, and that tripped off a little bit of precipitation here in the southeast and in northwestern Ontario. You can see now that's pushed off closer to places like Thunder Bay. But that trough was associated with a pretty vigorous low-pressure system that continues to cross northern Manitoba tonight. So as we move through the next few hours, the snow will come to an end in the northwest, but it will continue more so in the northeast. And you see it moves out to over Hudson Bay. Meanwhile, down here in the south, the winds will ease up. The sky will remain clear, but we will dip below freezing, if not just below it, here in many parts of the south, including Winnipeg. And we have some mixed precipitation that just sneaks over the border into parts of western Manitoba on Tuesday morning. You can see it more sort of sweeps back up into the north, but along the southern flank there, we see both freezing rain and even a little further south there, some showers in eastern sections of the province, more in central Manitoba, where temperatures will be a little warmer, turning that snow to showers. Overnight, a little bit of shower activity, or snow activity continues rather, up in the northeast, fairly clear still overnight in the southern part of the province. Then we get into the day ahead on Wednesday. We've got this line of rain that's getting close to Manitoba as we get into Wednesday night. For tonight, we drop down to -1, mostly clear or outright clear skies for the city. Winds until about mid-evening out of the northwest at 20. Then they will diminish to light winds throughout the night, only to ramp back up again tomorrow. I believe out of the south, mostly sunny, a high of around 17 degrees. Then we get into Wednesday, we could get all the way up to 22 degrees. Now, we'll get more sunshine in the morning, a little cloudier as we get into the afternoon. Then we get to Thursday. This is an interesting one. The forecast models, specifically with respect to the temperature, are all over the map. So at this point, we'll say 20 degrees. Others say a lot less, others say considerably more. So we'll go with about 20 at this point. Showers likely, maybe even a thunderstorm. And then look at that big change. In behind that system, just 4 degrees on Friday. There's the possibility, I've got to drop the S word, Marilee, snow, it's possible. Chance of flurries Saturday and on Sunday with highs of just 3 and 4 degrees. Now, there is a low pressure system that will be affecting Manitoba around that time, more so central and northern regions. But as it gets closer, we'll have a more sense of really how all of Manitoba will be impacted. Yeah, the roller coaster of temperatures continues this week, folks. Let's take a look at our first weather photo. It's from Bob looking out onto the Brokenhead River near Beausejour. You can see that water wide open now, of course, with these warmer temperatures. And yesterday, this was what it looked like inside the Assiniboine Forest. That photo is from Leah, and of course, that ice there will have melted today. Send us your weather photos to Winnipeg Weather at CTV.ca.
Thanks, Colleen. The Winnipeg Model Railroad Club's annual spring show brought together dozens of train lovers over the weekend. Take a look at all the details, the CN rail cars, even the service roads right next to the railroad. The club hosted this free event at Charleswood Royal Canadian Legion. In some presentations, attendees were even able to operate the model trains themselves. President of the club, John Bates, says the age group of model railroaders is wide, from kids all the way to retired people. And he adds, the hobby brings many other transferable skills.
There are many other hobbies within model railroading. You need carpentry, you need electrical and electronic skills, you need model building skills, you need painting, you need sometimes photography, many aspects to it. So when you get into model railroading, you will learn a huge number of transferable skills of all different types.
The open house also raised money for St. Amant Foundation in honor of a club member who had a young relative assisted by the foundation. Pretty cool collections.
Yeah, the detail is always so remarkable.
Yeah.
Those collections, really neat stuff.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
All right, that does it for us this hour, but don't go far. We're back at 6 o'clock with much more local news. Hope to see you then.